All right, today we're going to talk about the 90-90 hip switches and hip internal and external rotation. Before we get into that exercise specifically, I want to talk a little bit about hip anatomy. So the hip is actually two bones, and they're kind of, honestly, this shaped in ways. And on the outside, we have a part where the femur bone, the thigh bone, goes in, and those can be a little different. We can have people where one foot just sits out further than the other. It's completely normal. You may find that on one side you have a lot of internal rotation, and on the other side you don't have a lot, and vice versa. The key is to find some semblance of symmetry, but also find what works best for you. So when we do the 90-90 hip switch, the most important keys are looking for 90-degree angles. So the 90-degree angles are in the knee, the hip to the hip, and the other knee, all right? So in this hip, I am in internal rotation. I know that doesn't even matter, but if I'm looking to stretch internal rotation, I'm gonna kind of make fist and lean over towards here, and I'm feeling that stretch right in here. That's internal rotation. Also, I'm trying to get my butt down to the ground, and I can tell you there's about a ½ inch to an inch space there. In the past, it used to be a lot more. All right, so this is internal rotation. If I push over and I rotate my chest over to this leg, this hip is sitting in external rotation. So I want to lean forward at my chest, and I can put my hands down, and I'm feeling this stretch on the outer butt cheek for an external rotation stretch. So this is similar to the position you might feel a stretch in, like the pigeon pose. When we switch from side to side, our goal is to try to keep our knees as far apart as possible and go as slowly as possible. So we're controlling that range of motion. And so we get to the other side, and you can see this hip does not love internal rotation. So we're gonna lean over into that, and I'm gonna try to get it down, and you can actually probably see the gap here. There is a large gap. This hip does not like internal rotation, so I need to work on this more. But it's part of how I'm built. And then if I lean forward over this hip, I get less external rotation stretch. So this hip does externally rotate a lot better. So when we go back and forth in that exercise, our goal isn't to see how fast we can go. We want to go nice and slow and controlled and feel both sides of the stretch. If you do the tightening of the arms, it kind of gives total body tension, and we can get into that stretch. So go ahead, try that out for yourself, go slowly at it, and let me know what you find out.